Welcome, and as always, here Horse Trades, and we are ready to another video. In today's video we are going to talk about the last pump before the bear market. So in my opinion, what's happening now around the crypto markets is that we are witnessing a big pump that happened in the last days, in the last week, and in my opinion this pump will lead us to a top, and this top will lead us to a bear market. It's very important now to stay focused on the market and to always stay updated week by week. It's useless that I tell you that this is the most important phase of the cycle. This is a phase in which you want to take profits from your spot investments and you want to take advantages of the big pump coming around the various altcoins or the various coins, regular coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin or Solana. And you want to take advantages of this big pump to take home very big gains in a very short time. Let's not chit chat too much and let's get into the video. So in my previous post I was talking about this blue plan here, which was respected perfectly, and then we dropped below the yellow box going into my zone, the 109k and 500. From this zone I took a long that I'm showing you now. I did pretty good gains, pretty good money, and I closed around 112,000. I didn't open any new long position from after closing that trade, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to see new opportunities around the end of this week or maybe around the start of the new week. So basically during the weekend. Today's video will be pretty simple and mainly focused on the macro situation. First of all, if you want to position yourself to keep riding this pump, the only options I see is that we retrace a little bit going into at least this black line, and if we are lucky, down to the green box. Something like this will be like my ideal scenarios, but keep in mind that we just have to retrace a bit to then pump again. So this retrace can go, in my opinion, at least at 1,1600 and down to 1,1400. The plan is pretty simple as always. Trading is not something you want to overcomplicate. Just take your zones based on your plan and then trade it. So guys, keep in mind this plan, because if we continue pumping, this is a very likely scenario. If we wanna talk about the macro, the perfect validation and not invalidation of my plan is taking the AIG, the ATH. So if I'm right and this is the last pump before the bear market, the 124k is going to be taken out. So when I expect this level to be taken out, in my opinion, is going to be taken out this month during October. If not, we are going to see another major retrace that will lead us to the real final leg up, okay? I've seen some comments in my last video that have been deleted after, not by me, but by the author of the comments, that were saying, bro, we didn't even start the bull run yet, this is not over, and all this bullshit. But guys, you don't really understand that Bitcoin started at 15k and now is 124k, bro. How can you say that the bull run isn't even started? So this is a mindset of probably people who didn't make money during this bull run or aren't making any money from the markets. So what you are going to wait is the last pump. The bull run, guys, is almost over, I'm telling you, and I don't wanna too much repeat myself, because at some point is up to you. I don't even care how you move your money. What I can tell you is that if you have spot positions, you have to sell and not start entering again or doing that bullshit. If you're already in, stay in. If you wanna trade it, that's another completely different question. Okay? If you are into trading, then you can do whatever you want. You just have to be careful of sharp drops, crazy pumps in a few days as happened, and all this shit. But volatility is something that can be at your favor, while if you are investing, you have to start to be really careful. I'm not doing this argument again, I'm not repeating myself again. So this will be one of the last time, because I know that won't be the last time. So this will be one of the last time that I'm saying it. So just to be clear and point everything to the chart, if we get this retrace, even if we don't get it, the plan is something like this, okay? Then a major retrace, okay? And for now I want to leave the plan just like this. I don't want to push it further, because I want to see the reaction from this top that I drew here. Okay, so this reaction from the top, what I think will be the top, is very important to understand the near future of this coin, to understand if the bear market started. Because guys, if you see another drop like the one we had in August, I'll be very likely telling you that the bear market started. So once you see 20%, 15% drop in a week, then probably the bear market started. So if we go into the weekly chart and we going to see the previous bear market when started around here. So you see the candle of the start of bear market, you know, it's like minus 11% almost, without considering the shadow. And look at what happened the next 2 weeks. We completely went to zero, basically. And not on BTC, but imagine, guys, the altcoin when this candle on the weekly time frame happened. We are talking about minus 31%, guys. So be careful, because once this shit starts here, you will have no time to react. You have to be ready. Every top you see, you have to be ready to the bear market. So if you see that candle on the weekly time frame, then start thinking about the bear market possibility. That's not sure about doing just one red candle and then doing the bear market, but as you can see, the weekly chart looks good for now, okay? And look what we did the last time. So another drop like this is very likely cause a bear market. To do a sum of everything, if you remember on Twitter, I called the 107 level, 7k level, and we pumped from here and was exactly the bottom. I called 4k on Ethereum and this was exactly the bottom. Yeah, Ethereum maybe did a little deviation, but who cares? So guys, keep in mind what I say in my videos, don't fucking fade me. Okay, I'm just kidding. So guys, I changed my mind a little bit. I think I'm doing BTC and LTC. If you see if you've seen my post on Twitter, I was calling about a drop like this and then a pump. We dropped a little less, so we went to 99 or 100, I think 100, yeah. We went to 100 and we pumped very heavily. Personally, I increased my spot positions around here on LTC and 110, sorry. On 110 and 100, I increased my spot positions on LTC. In the macro chart, what I want to see is take out these hikes right here. So, what the bro, what the fuck is happening? Guys, what the fuck is happening in this chart of bullshits? Okay. Damn, bro. This chart also is pretty simple, maybe even simpler than Bitcoin. And if this low holds, which I believe, because if it doesn't, then we are fucked. No, I'm kidding. But okay, so a little retrace following BTC, but that's not important in our macro chart. And then I think that we are seeing our local high be broken. Yeah, we don't have any new price level, guys. This is very high. I don't think it's going to happen unless BTC goes to 180k, but for the time that it is left, it's very unlikely. Even if in the past we did crazy pumps in the last days, so you never say never, okay? But if you want to be realistic, if you want to preserve your money, just sell around that level, even less, okay? What I think will happen in the next month or in this month is that 147 will be taken out. LTC, I think, is a very important coin in the market right now. I consider it the real silver of the cryptocurrency market. I'm not a fan of LTC, I'm not a fan of any cryptocurrency. I am only a fan of the real silver and the real gold, okay? So those are the only assets I'm a fan of. I have golds, I have silver, I have it on me, in my wrist, in my neck, I have it everywhere. The only real asset that has a real value behind it. Keep in mind that no fucking LTC, no fucking BTC has value behind. Maybe Ethereum has some value behind, but that's not something practical. Ethereum is just the mother of the smart contract, but new chain came after Ethereum and did pretty much what Ethereum have done it. Yeah, it's the queen of the market, but it's not the silver of the market. I'm pretty bullish on this coin because as we've seen in this bull run, the first half or maybe a little more of the bull run was purely an altcoin, a shitcoin bull run, and then fucked everybody, doing -90, -80, -70% on all these shitcoins and all these on these altcoins. So it's very likely that the last phase of the bull will be focused on all those coins that are here, that were here almost at the same time of BTC. LTC is a pretty good candidate. The chart looks promising and everything around it looks promising. So I'm not just telling you this because I think it's the silver. I think it's the silver just because of the chart and not the opposite, like many do. So it's not I'm starting from an idea or an opinion and then watching the chart, validating my opinion. This video can last even less from all the other videos that I made, and yeah, don't forget, as you can see, I called 107k on BTC and $4,000 on Ethereum, and we got it. In my Twitter, I'm not posting this much lately because I understood there are not a lot of good people on this social that are posting, and that's also why I stopped posting my gains and all these and posting my trades and all this money related stuff. So a lot of people are faking everything. I don't want to be associated to any of these people. I'm just a regular guy that makes his money from trading and helping people investing and trading. So I don't want to be associated to any other fucking influencer in this world. I'm starting my own fucking way on YouTube, and sometimes, of course, I'll be posting on Twitter, mainly my plans and just them. Okay, so guys, this video will be a little shorter from the others. I hope that you enjoy all my videos and all my posts on Twitter. Even if I'll be less active, don't forget to fucking follow me on Twitter, and of course subscribe to the channel, leave a like and share it with your friends to help them in the last phase of the bull run. See you guys in the next video. Let's go, bitch!